Hi everyone, especially the guys in the men's group at Maggie's in Cardiff. Trying to grab a quiet moment when there aren't too many people about on first thing Sunday morning. Unfortunately, I've left most of the recording gear behind in the caravan. Oops. So the voice that you're getting is straight from the phone, and I haven't got the gimbal, so I'm trying to be as careful as I can. Let's start off with Sheldon's quilt. Most of you won't have seen it before. Gavin made it as a gift from Sheldon to his parents. It's the first time it's ever been seen outside, and Gavin was asked to write a pattern for it, which has been on sale on behalf of Maggie's. We completely run out of hard copies. And the printer has gone on the run out of ink stage again, so we're having to send off for more to be printed. Unfortunately, you won't be here for the show, but we will carry on selling them once the show is over and we get time to promote it properly. It's been immensely popular, and like all of the quilts in the show, Gavin has received enormous compliments for them, and there we were thinking that they weren't actually good enough to show. This gives you an idea of we're immediately opposite a sales stand of West African prints. There's everything here that a quilter could ever want, and far too much more, which of course is a problem if you come here. Gavin, as you can see, is busily tidying the table, and we get our first glimpse there on the right of the Maggie's quilt. Of course, again, being compliments about the quilt and the quilting, including that done by the guys, but the story is what engages people in the Maggie's quilt, and for many it's their first introduction to Maggie's. But for others, well, yesterday I have to say, at least a third of the visitors on the stand were users of Maggie's, and this encounter often led to tears, and we should really have a box of tissues, and somebody should have been giving us some counselling tips. The first one of which, of course, is don't. But anyway, Paul's racing shirts, you may have seen that before. Again, it gets massive comments and compliments for the design of the quilt, because it's in fact quilters realise how complex it is to make a quilt like this, and I think Gavin's been getting 11 out of 10s for it, and lots of remarks about Kath and the quilting on it, which those of you who have seen it will know is of a runner breaking the tape. Well, Paul's done a lot of tape breaking here at the show. Big blue at the star, denim, made for Gavin's sister. Both his sisters now have cancer, as does his mum. So it's definitely qualified, and they've been visiting Maggie's in Cheltenham. You can get a glimpse of Arnold's shirts, but hang on a moment, we'll first of all have a look at one of my quilts. First look at my quilts. This I made for my daughter when I was at Velindre receiving treatment. I actually made it twice, and this is the second attempt, but it gets some compliments, even though I think that the quilting and construction was pretty rubbish. We seem to have lost their sign, but we will do something about that in a moment. Oh, by the way, let me mention signs when we go to Arnold's. These signs are one of the things, Maggie's men, that you all put your hands in your pockets for, which we're so grateful. These point of sale thingies came out of the kitty, thank you, as did this lovely poster. Oh, well, I think it's lovely, so I designed it. But this big poster, which sort of brands our stand, we had, I think, half a dozen copies. That came out of the kitty as well. So again, thank you, Maggie's men. Well, Arnold, what to say? For a start, I had a message back from our friends in Ukraine. I sent them some snaps to look at, and they came back and said, "This is my favourite." There we are, Arnold. You've had lots of comments. People love it. People love the shirts, love the construction of it, and love the little collars which stand up. And we're one of the few stands, of course, where we actually encourage people to look at the quilts in detail, and we encourage people to notice the collars on the pattern.
The loved one is Peter's very first quilt.
Now, wow, this is another of our wow quilts. Gavin made this, and the story actually starts over here, because the one on the left is one of my early quilts, and it was made for Vaughan. Some of you will have met Vaughan. He has a very aggressive cancer, which has meant he has lost one of his legs, and I made that for him. He asked Gavin to make a quilt to give to his sister Sian as a present. And one of the things that people notice about, apart from the magic of the quilt itself, it has a real in-your-face backing by one of the most famous fabric designers we have in Britain, called Kay Fassett, and that adds to its charm. And the last one on the round is another one of mine. I made that just after lockdown, and it's here partly as part of the props for the wheelchair. So guys, and anyone else who may be watching, what do you think? It's a massive stand. I think it has come together brilliantly. Thanks for all your contributions, guys, especially to help us put it together. And of course, big thank you to the organisers who have donated the space and the building of the walls, etc., that have made it all possible. We're surprised at how many people know about Maggie's and have used Maggie's, but I've been really struck that there's a place that they can see the work that's been going on in Cardiff. So, big hugs to you all, and see you soon.